तो आज जो मेरा टॉपिक है दैट इज अबाउट योर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द एक्सटर्नल जेनिटेलिया ऑफ द फीमेल एंड ऑल्सो द इंटरनल जेनिटेलिया. ओके, सो ये इम्पोर्टेंट है फॉर द MCQs, फॉर द मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन, फॉर योर AIPGT एग्जामिनेशन, फॉर योर इवन योर BHMS एग्जामिनेशन, फॉर योर वाइवा. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. ठीक है, सो इसमें जो मैंने दिया है इट्स ओनली अबाउट योर मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस, किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे फ्रॉम दिस एक्सटर्नल जेनिटेलिया, बस उतना ही. ठीक है, सो इतना याद रखना. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज अबाउट whenever there is information of the external genitalia, at the same time there is information of the internal genitalia. Okay, so external genital organs start developed simultaneously along with the internal development of the genital organs. Okay, so this is very important whenever there is an, so when the internal or the external genital organs start forming, at the same time internal genital organ have started forming. Okay, now this is very important from the which embryonic structure which converted into the or develop into the adult female structure. So for example here, from the genital tubercle, that is your clitoris, it is developed from the genital tubercle. Labia minora, it's developed from the urogenital folds, and the labia majora, it's developed from the labioscrotal swelling. Okay, and the Bartholin glands, it developed from the urogenital sinus and the caudal part of the urogenital sinus. Okay, so let me write it here. The Bartholin gland, it basically developed from where? It is developed from the urogenital sinus. Okay, so remember this, that is genital tubercle, clitoris from the genital tubercle, and labia minora from the urogenital folds, labia majora from the labioscrotal swelling, and the Bartholin gland, that is from the urogenital sinus. Okay, now development of the internal genital organ. Remember this, all the internal genital organ, that is fallopian tube, uterus, okay, fallopian tube, uterus, the vagina, okay, they all cervix, they all develop from the Mullerian duct. Okay, they all develop from the Mullerian duct, that is fallopian tube, uterus, the vagina, that is only vagina, only the upper 1/3 of the vagina, it developed from the Mullerian duct, and the lower one is developed from the urogenital sinus. So what you have seen, that major part of the development of the internal female genitalia is developed from the Mullerian duct. And this because of which hormone? Because of the absence of the anti-Mullerian hormone and the absence of the testosterone hormone whose absence allows the Mullerian duct development. Your answer should be AMH hormone. Okay, so absence of the anti-Mullerian hormone lead to the development of the Mullerian duct, which help in the formation of the female genitalia. Okay, now upper 1/3 of the vagina from the Mullerian duct. Okay, so this is very important question. So in the upper third from the Mullerian duct, so the lower 2/3 is developed from the urogenital sinus. Okay, now from the ovaries, the most important clarification is that ovaries, remember, they do not develop from the Mullerian duct, they develop from the genital ridge. Okay, primordial germ cell and that the genital ridge. Now tell me, female internal genital organs mainly develop from the which embryonal structure? Is it mesonephric duct, Mullerian duct, urogenital sinus, and the genital ridge? So there the answer will be female internal genital organ. Most commonly, most of this is developed from the Mullerian duct. Genital ridge, that is your ovary. Okay, the urogenital sinus, so in the urogenital sinus you will see the Bartholin glands. Okay, Bartholin glands and the lower 1/3 of the vagina. Okay, and lower one third of the vagina. So these are the important. And about your mesono, that is your mesonophilic duct or the Wolffian duct, they from this epinephrine and the paraphoron, uh, epophoron and the paraphoron develop. Okay. And the paraphoron, they develop from the mesonophilic duct. And also this is your Gartner's duct. So remember, genital ridge help in the development of the ovary, urogenital sinus, that is your lower one third of the vagina, lower two third of the vagina, and the bladder, okay, urinary bladder, and also the Bartholin's gland. Okay, the Mullerian is most of the female internal genital organs is developed from the Mullerian duct. So lower two-third of the vagina developed from where? It is developed from the urogenital sinus. So remember this, ovary is developed from the genital ridge. Ovary does not develop from the Mullerian duct. Okay. So this much about this about your development of the female external and internal genitalia of the female.